in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credential. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind?
Coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Ready, flag, check, check, Mike 42. I'm coming for you, mine.
Jameis now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. Let's keep moving.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On 2nd down, Winston again. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. On 3rd down, Winston. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game. But sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 44, Locke, wide open receiver, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. And he'll give it here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They look to throw. It's Locke. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
First down, Falcons.
Ready.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Alvin Kamara, his first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker couldn't make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
On 2nd and 9, Winston nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Play fake. Winston looking downfield for Godwin. They've got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 28 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. First down, Winston. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Winston. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Hey, Sam off. On the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, echo.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. 91. Hey, 2.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
He's going to field this at the 4. He takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 2nd and 7, Locke. He's going to sling this deep down. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Flip it. Mike's 42. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Come on, Sunday. Mike's 4-2.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
Looking downfield for Godwin, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Right there in the middle, 55.
From the gun, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready?
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Draw play, Winston to Jones. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Winston now. Throw left side complete. That's Hudson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They go play action. Winston. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A gain of 37.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from this. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season, and the Bucs have taken the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score?
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 28. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Go, Jackrabbit, come on. Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
Charlie! Check 43!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Come on,
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Look, squeeze. Go.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Check. 42's the mark. Exit.
Following the interception, Winston. Jones has it. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
61, match box, right, ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Ready, 50, plant.
Check 53. Let him know.
Block off a play action. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Break.
45. Check my 45. Hey, I'm coming.
Hey, Delta. Hurry, now.
Block now on 1st down. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
You remember me. Let's go, baby.
Bam. Shoot.
Here's Locke. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. Winston now closing in on a 200-yard 1st half through the air. It's 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Jameis again. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Ready,
the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Lock to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. On play action, Lock. Looking left side, and it's complete. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
First down, Atlanta. 53 to Mike. 53, check 53.
Right back to him on 1st down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
152 fighter.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Topper!
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Me and you all day.
3rd and 2, Lock's going to throw. Going up top. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 21.
21 apiece. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Switch.
Again, it's Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Now a pass, and it's complete to QT.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston, as his guys have now moved out in front.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but he's got daylight. The 40, past the 20, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Sanders now to add the extra point. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Watch the screen. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Now a first down carry by Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll go again to Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Check, check. Watch the eye.
Green, triple team.
On play action, Winston under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Takk McKinley racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Short.
The Bucs go for it. It's Winston. He's going to look deep for Perriman. This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Jameis Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. From midfield, here's Locke. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
First and 10.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Winston. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Push him back.
Hey, wahoo!
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
They'll run it with Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Looking to throw on second down. Winston, he's going to look deep for Perriman. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Winston. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Winston to throw for it on fourth. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Here we go, here we go.
On first down, it's Jones, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Boy, a tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. From the gun, Winston. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? As the scouting report changed, are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Robert Kimdichie, the one to bring him down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They come out here in the eye. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play. Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tampa Bay, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me.